I'm Jeff Garlin, one of America's top teens. I'm here with JC, who is the president, CEO, guy with the vision for Gibson Guitars, who are now back. I'm associating myself with them. They're back. I don't go with people, no, back, all right? Any opportunity I had for Gibson before? No. Although I'm delighted in Gibson Guitars, but they're back. Cool. And you're excited about them being back. Yeah, it thrills you.
It does. I mean, day zero for NAMM show, here we are at NAMM show, was we got to introduce the Chuck Berry tribute, the E350T, and then Chuck's grandson and his son came and played, and I was like, what better start than that? But it's been amazing, and you know, let's face it, Gibson was on an obstacle course in the last couple of years, and we said, how do we pivot to the opportunity course? And here we are today, and I couldn't be more proud.
I got to tell you, I'm proud, and I have no financial investment in Gibson, and I'm very, very proud. I'm so happy because this needs to live on forever.
Yeah,
this is the one you want.
Yeah.
That's what a Gibson guitar is the one that you want.
I agree.
You know, which is, it's always the goal.
Yeah.
For me, you know, 335, 355, those are always the ones.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
So you want a company that cares about that and has pride.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, it's interesting when you look at what we're really going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to look back at what got us here.
Right.
And at the same time, what got us here was not just our iconic status and shaping sound and working with amazing artists, but we took some bold moves on innovation and shapes and with artists, and we got to recreate that spirit. I mean, we've been synonymous with shaping and creating and delivering and owning sound for 125 years. Right. And so how do we, that's the mission, how do we set those conditions for the next 125 years to do the same thing? And the vision's really simple. We want to be the most relevant, as you said, Jeff. We want to be the most played. We want people to play our guitars and create sound. And we want to be the most loved music instrument brand. And then when you look back, I'm not sure there's any other music brand that's created more sound than Gibson. So it's amazing.
I don't think so.
I'll tell you, and apart from all the amazing guitars we're bringing here, our classics are now true classics. We've gone back and really looked at the historic specs that made them what they were in the sound. So we've done that. We've got some contemporary guitars. We've got a new acoustic range, the Generation Series, which is going to be amazing. But of equal importance for me, certainly as the new guy, I got to tell you, I'm so proud of the team, Jeff. Like 3 months ago, they said, JC, we can go back to NAMM, and all of a sudden, I'm like, well, only if we're ready. I said, we're not showing up with air guitars and fog machines. They said, JC, we've been ready for this for a long time. Let us show you. And they started showing me everything they were working on and all the ideas. I said, do you think we can get this done? They said, we promise we'll get it done. And they delivered on the promise.
I was in the room.
I'm so proud of the team. Yeah, it's amazing. And after day one, every day, the team at Gibson are walking a little taller, standing a little higher, and all of a sudden, right now, we feel
you're going to have a basketball team pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because the Gibson Fender games for years were fantastic.
Yeah.
And you usually won, but those were big basketball games.
Yeah, but you know what? I think for us, it's I mean, I've met with all the other leaders in the industry, and I got to tell you, the one question someone asked me was, hey, JC, what's most surprising? They were looking for a little dark side. You know what I mean? So I'll tell you what's surprising is the love that everybody has for Gibson. Even our competitors are saying, JC, we need a strong Gibson for a strong. We're all
I know it helps the whole industry. But see, that's the thing, too. When you work somewhere and you have a passion and a love for what you do and what you create, and it's not being respected, there's nothing more depressing. So I imagine that a lot of them, you know, were so dark and so depressed, and now they're filled with joy. Because really, great work, to make money work and enjoy money, joy is about everything. So if you're filled with joy with what you do, I'm filled with joy when I pick up my Les Paul. I'm filled with nothing but joy, respect, and respect for myself of like, look what you have the ability to have.
Exactly. No, it's amazing, and it's even cool, like, we have a lot of our luthiers here, and we have our craft stations out there. So what's great for us is everyone can see not just the finished guitar, but the steps we take in making for it. And we actually brought, I don't know if you know what a ledger is, but a ledger is basically the book. Every detail back in the day. Did you just ask me I knew
what a ledger was?
You're so sophisticated and so smart, Jeff.
I've seen movies.
You know,
there's always a ledger. The Mafia's ledger. I have it. They're going to be after you. Well, run with that ledger.
Exactly.
And don't show it to Gibson.
We got the Gibson Ledger out
Oh, you do?
there.
Yeah.
And from 1952, and it shows the very first 2 Les Pauls. It says 2 Les Pauls, 2 Les Paul that went to him. So we're trying to really show people that golden era really mattered. And then
it does matter.
We're gonna make sure that the next generation feels it. Nothing. Well, you were there. I mean, if you didn't see it or you didn't hear about it, he opened up one of the coolest nights in music on Thursday night.
That was fantastic.
And, we had all these amazing musicians. They didn't want to end it, did they?
No.
And you saw every generation coming out there, from a 10-year-old kid to Billy
that little
Gibbons.
kid, all the way up to Robbie Krieger and. Oh my God!
Amazing,
it was unbelievable. It was a great night. You know, I didn't sit the whole night. The whole night I stood at the side of the stage and watched. I just had a spot.
It was unbelievable. And watching Peter Frampton, I mean,
Peter Frampton was amazing.
So you know, we're super excited. I said to the team, you know, this is a great start.
But by the way, every one of those musicians, though, had great pride about Gibson Guitars. That was the thing that was amazing. The joy of them playing. People were playing Firebirds, 355s, Les Pauls, obviously. It was pretty crazy.
And it's amazing. They start sharing stories, and then they actually start playing together, and it's amazing what they can create. So we're super excited about the future. I mean, it's one of those things when we look around, you know, when people talk about the good old days, I think people will look back 5 and 10 years from now and say, what we're creating right now, this is part of the good old days.
Do you know what they're saying around Gibson now?
What's that?
Everybody's going to get laid. That's what they're saying. That's the thing they talk about. Everybody's getting laid.
Here.
It's the vibe.
Live here.
Well, thank you for sitting down with me, and I am rooting for you.
If your enthusiasm is indicative of the future of Gibson, and we just got to know each other.
Everyone I know that I know is passionate about guitars, from people with small guitar shops to Guitar Center to Wildwood. Everyone's excited. It was like, I mean, I'll use this word. I'm giddy. I'm giddy, and I'm a comedian. I'm giddy.
He is not curbing his enthusiasm.
I am not curbing my enthusiasm at all.
In the words
and I love water.
In the words of Joe Cocker and the Beatles, we'll get by with a little help from our friends. So thanks for being a friend, man. I really appreciate you.
Big time. Thank you,
man. Appreciate it.
Enjoy your good looks.
Thanks, man.
Good-looking man.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you, guys.